Hey guys, it's
Tick.
and Tech.
Welcome back to DS3.
Yeah, I bet. Working out. I'll do it.
Well, and I just got back into that, so but just got to be consistent about it. The nice thing about doing that kind of cardio is I can do that every day. Or well, I'm not going to go into town specifically to do that every day.
Do it.
But I could freaking every time I go into the gym, I can do that reliably.
Do it every day. Every single day.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make the drive into town every single
It's
day.
worth it, Connor. You're doing it for your health.
I am doing it.
You just gotta do it every day.
I don't want to spend
Walk.
money for gas as well to do
Walk. Just like I don't know. Walk like I don't know, a mile out and then a mile back to your house, from your house. It'd work. Well, on the days you don't go to the gym, you could just do
I was
that.
gonna say we're literally talking about the gym though. I didn't say I wouldn't walk.
Well, no, I'm just saying that like if you're not gonna go to the gym,
I've been
days,
trying to get my 7,000 steps in every day.
in days that you like don't go to the gym because you're not going to town, you just do that at home. So that way you just have like a something else going on.
Why does this guy get to throw lightning bolts?
Because he's better than us.
He has more faith than I do. In The Martian, he fits out a bunch of fucking no, not a bunch. He fucks with the buggies, or their rovers, right?
Okay.
So he can go further, which is like a normal thing. He wants to like double the distance he can actually travel with this vehicle, because obviously.
Right.
And when he does his tests, all he does is get out, go like 500 meters or something like that away from the hab, and then drive in circles.
Jeez.
So he's always within walking distance of the hab, but also he gets a realistic test because if he goes back and forth, he flattens it out, increasing energy efficiency.
Right.
So, and like packing the dirt and shit.
So silly.
On his last day on Mars, one of his last days on Mars, he flips the buggies. He rolls them.
What?
He didn't do it on purpose. It just sort of happened. So.
How silly.
And then the reason it took another 2 days to get to the Ares 4 landing site was because that whole next day he didn't go even at like half speed. He was going at like 5 kilometers an hour, which is quite literally walking speed.
Yeah, basically. Speaking of walking speed, I was at a garage sale and I picked up a Power Wheels car, like a Jeep, for 15 schmeckles. Dead battery, but
That's an easy fix.
yeah, I literally had a 12-volt lead acid just sitting over here, like a small one. Threw it in there, bam, she works like a dream. So what I'm probably gonna do,
Like a glove.
but yeah, so I'm gonna like fix her up a little bit, make her a little bit prettier, play around with her for fun, and then probably just sell it for like $40.
Gosh, if you weren't talking about a car, just change the context
Yeah.
a little bit and you're a monster.
Yeah, basically. Oh yeah,
So she's a bit of a fixer-upper.
yeah, I'll play around with her a little bit, fix her up real good,
Sell her
and then
off.
sell her to somebody else for
Yeah,
$40.
You are a monster.
Oh my god, he's demented.
Is Shay gonna be here this weekend?
No.
Okay.
She's out in Alamosa this weekend.
Alamosa.
Alamosa.
Friggin' so John, our newest guy, right? I'm also trying
Bad.
to break.
Bad.
Yeah.
So
I think I worked with him.
he might not be with us anymore.
Oh, what happened?
Well,
He died.
so Jared was kind of like, because Jared had talked to me, and Jared was kind of already on the fence about him, right? But
No, what the fuck?
what happened was, so friggin' John has a really big initiative issue. Like he, even after 2 months with us, like just has so many times when he stands around or follows you, and friggin' it was driving. And there's also like a number of times when he just couldn't help you with stuff. Like you would go to move furniture and he's like, I can't do this. I'm like
Yeah, no, that's a big one.
that was yeah.
Because
And-
I can pick anything up. I can't pack shit to save my life,
Well,
but I can pick anything up.
And it's one thing when you start, right? But he's like 2 months into this.
yeah.
Friggin' so, and sometimes he would take more breaks because of his diabetes. He would get tired, like really, like so he'd have to go and eat for a while and get his blood sugar going,
Right.
something like that. Well, friggin' so Jared like had talked to me like a week before this happened, like before the event happened, where he's like already on the fence about him. Well, so last Monday we're all working together, and freaking, we were going to like this $4 million house. It's crazy. They had so much money. And, oh yeah. And they were fairly cool, but they didn't tell everybody that all the stuff that was like, it was going exactly where it was labeled on the box. So they had packed like almost everything in their house. And towards, like, they were on the last truck, and then they got told that it's like, hey, this is all going exactly where it says in the box. So it's like, okay. So, like, 2 of the trucks, we had to unload, like, half the truck to get all the stuff that was going in the first level, and then load the other half back up, take it down to the lower level to unload it.
Jeez.
So, it wasn't hard, but it was a little gay.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
But the biggest problem, so it was a job that everybody was on. We had 2 Penske's and...
See that?
Yeah.
He fell and I clipped his face.
We had 2 Penske's and one of our trucks.
Dang.
The problem, so Jared was like the 3rd driver. He was the 3rd driver we needed for the job. So he's like, okay, he's going to help us with the first truck and probably like some of the 2nd and 3rd, because we're unloading like 2 trucks at a time. So he's going to help us a little bit, and then after the first truck is unloaded and we've done a bit on the other 2, he's going to leave. Well, freaking, so we go in, and we get the first truck unloaded, and we're working on the other 2. Well, Jared's like, all right, I'm going to leave now. And we're like, okay. Well, I wasn't there for this, but freaking, I guess John had told every single other person that was working with him that day that he had to leave for a class or something, otherwise he was going to prison. And
God.
he didn't tell Jared.
Yeah, no.
So, literally, as Jared's going to leave, he tells him that he has to go with him. So Jared is like, okay, now the whole billing is screwed up because I billed them for 4 dudes. And now only 3 are on this job. And they're also going to have to be here for longer because there's 1 dude less. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure that was a really awkward hour-and-a-half car ride back. I would be surprised if he didn't get fired.
Right?
Like, if Jared didn't fire him, it's probably because he's, like, worried that we'll need another person, and he doesn't want to get rid of him yet without somebody lined up. But, yeah, I'm like, he already was on the fence, and then you did something like that. So, yeah.
That's silly.
Yep. So, I wouldn't be surprised if he is no longer with us.
I feel like that was like the opposite, because usually you tell the boss before you tell anybody else.
Yeah, but he didn't. He didn't
'Cause
do
it's like,
any of that.
nobody else has to even know.
Yeah.
The boss has to know, though.
Yeah, and the boss didn't, and that was the problem.
That was the kicker, right in the pants.
Right in the booter. So,
Booter.
no.
Right in the booty hole. You touch my ta-la-la. My ding-ding-dong.
Ass and titties.
No!
Ass and
That is
titties.
significantly
Ass
less
and
enjoyable.
titties. Ass and titties. I don't know. It had the same energy.
No. Impossible.
They were at least adjacent.
No. I refuse.
Fuck you.
Just wants to give you a stick, Brayden.
Yeah, but he wants to put it on my rectum.
Freaking, that's probably like a cultural thing.
Yeah, well, he can fucking stop.
Look,
I wouldn't
man,
let a French person kiss me either.
that makes you a racist?
No, it makes me not want to get kissed by a fucking stranger.
That makes you intolerant.
Yeah, sure. I'm an intolerant fuck.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being intolerant. I wouldn't let a Frenchman kiss me either. You just have to be honest about it. That's what really matters. It's funny. CSGO lobbies, like, some of them are just really normal and chill and everybody's happy. Some of them are like the old-fashioned COD lobbies.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I was just, like, playing and freaking, like, I'm just in the lobby with everybody while the game is ending. And freaking one dude is just hard R-ing another guy. He's not even black. He's just being super racist to this random guy. And it's just like, oh my gosh, freaking this brings back memories, doesn't it? This guy, man. Freaking
Bang, got it.
trying to hide in the stupid turtle shell.
Goddamn
It wasn't letting me
turtle
hit them
shell
a second
hide.
time before they tried to go shell mode.
Yeah.
Okay, so have you guys ever had, like, a wisdom tooth removed?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
I still have all 4 of mine.
I've had a tooth removed.
Okay, yeah, but that's different. Wisdom tooth is
Oh yeah,
different.
a
I've
wisdom
s-
tooth is insane.
I've seen the procedure for it.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking more like the location.
Yeah, he's
No.
talking about the experience.
No.
So a normal tooth obviously is, in the mouth. You just pull it out. There's a hole in your mouth. whatever.
Well, my 2 bottom wisdom teeth are actually exposed partially.
Yeah. So if you have like a fully like so mine got it removed, fully like in my gums. You can't see it. Oh, that's sad. So
Fucking
He
damn
didn't
it.
even die.
No, that's why I didn't want him to fall off.
but anyways, so got removed. Well, they didn't tell me this, right? But
Now you're gonna fight the guy.
it got removed, and now there's like a giant like hole in the back of my mouth.
Yeah.
Didn't they
like-
put that mesh there?
No. So they pulled the tooth out, right? And then they sealed it. Like they sealed the wound where it came out. Okay.
Ugh.
But then the gums like relapsed into the gaping hole.
They sunk in.
Yeah, they sunk in, and so now there's a hole right behind my rear tooth back there, where the gums sank in, and there was a tooth there. Well, they didn't tell
What the
me
hell was
about that.
I just stood there.
And so,
Did it get punctured?
no, it fills up with food, and
Oh,
they didn't
gosh.
tell me that. And so for like the first like week or whatever that it started there, like I was like,
Super
goddamn.
inflamed.
Well, no, it was
Dirty?
just I could like taste my breath was super bad, and it just was like.
That's how an
impossible.
infection starts.
I know, and then I went and I looked back there, and I found the gaping hole because I was like, "What is that?" Because like I could see it, and I could see all the like white that was in there, because that's the food hanging out back there. And so I used Shay's like mouth rinser thingy. It's like a little nozzle that sprays water in the mouth,
So you spray
and I
it.
sprayed it, and immediately like just chunks of white came out of my mouth. I was like, "What the freak? Nobody told me about this."
Did you confront them on this?
No, I haven't brought it up yet, but I've been doing that every night. But and now it's a lot better, obviously. I'm not letting food sit in there for days. But it's
Yeah.
like,
That's how you freaking
yeah, that's how
get a huge jaw infection or something.
yeah, that's how bad shit happens. And I was like, what the heck? Why did nobody tell me about this? Because I didn't know. Never had a wisdom tooth pulled out before.
Not with a giant hole left in your mouth, at least.
No, definitely not. It's like the normal tooth pull, that or whatever.
Maybe he'll die this time.
Like it's a lot easier when it's a normal tooth because the hole is like exposed. Like there's a massive opening to the hole. But this one, it's like small gaps between my gum and the tooth back there where food can get in easily but cannot get out easily. And so that's why it was such
You
an
just
issue.
gotta chew on the other side of the mouth.
Is that Shay's water pick?
No, I got this at a garage sale today
Oh.
for super cheap. It's worth like $80.
For real?
Yeah. I paid like $5 for it. Look at this thing. So it's all flat.
I feel like that would be a bad idea right now.
It's a flat thing. I'll show you when I'm done. It folds out. Come on. Click. Yeah, did it click? Yeah, it clicked.
Nope.
It's a Polaroid camera.
I love Polaroids. They're so cool.
It folds out. Wait,
Polaroids are coming back.
but this is like super
wow.
vintage shit.
So are
man.
vinyl and shit.
Look at that.
Oh
It
damn!
like folds out and everything.
Where does the
I think it goes somewhere
From
in
the
here or
front?
something. I don't know. I haven't messed with it too much.
because you load it up with the like paper,
Yeah, you load up
and then
with
it
special.
prints it out somewhere.
I think it slots. It's got a slot in here somewhere. So like, there's like a mechanism probably where like this hinges out. You can see the hinge point, but I don't know how to do it. I don't want to force it to do anything. But I thought that was like really cool. I was like, what?
Dude, Polaroids are super cool.
Well, it's funny because like I literally was at the garage sale and I just asked him. I was like, hey man, you got any like old cameras? And he was like, oh yeah, I do. And so he actually went back into his house and pulled this one and 2 other ones out. And so I would obviously have never gotten it because he didn't even have it out for sale if I didn't ask. And so I got this one, and then I got 2 other cameras. One's like a regular, like really old vintage film camera, and then the other one's like a really old, like camcorder one. He was like, oh yeah, this is the camcorder that my wife and I used when we like were driving around the country in the '60s. And so I'm like, okay. And so he sold me all 3 of them for $15.
Total?
Total, like for 15
Fuck
for all
yeah,
3 of them.
dude.
That's
That's
why I was
dope
like
as hell.
$5 a piece.
Why don't you try to throwing knife him
I was just going to. But
before he
he's
falls?
he's just so like just barely so very fast, you know?
I would have just done it when I got to the top of that ladder.
Yeah, Polaroid SX70.
He's up a flight of stairs, dude. And he's to the left where all
Man,
the fucking
He
stupid
spawned
shit is.
fast.
Yeah, no, he spawns from super far away.
This guy is so dangerous.
He is.
I wonder why he uses that giant freaking hammer.
Because he's Lito.
That doesn't mean
Bang!
anything to me.
I can't believe I hit it with that shit.
How does that make his hammer do a lot more damage?
Yeah, it increases the damage.
It gives it splash.
with that one specific deck.
Hey, it works.
So I'm getting like weirdly like mixed amounts of value.
What the hell?
So like this one sold for 85, and then like this one sold for 250. This one was 170, 100 for this one, 100 for that one, 80 for that, and then 179. So I don't know. It depends, I guess, on the day and the buyer. But I mean, this one comes with the bag, the nice leather pouch, and the camera's in really good condition. The only issue with it is the little bit here is peeling off of it. So you see how it's like it just started to peel off, which is like not super big deal because that's like a tap it down with a little bit of glue and you wouldn't even notice. But that is something I would have to mention, and it will lower the value probably, but not that much relative to it, because if you look at it and it's like it's in so good condition. And it comes with a bag as well. Gosh, I think the bag actually folds out with the thing because the bag goes out with it. So like you don't even have to take the bag, like it out of the bag to fold it. It's really cool. So anyways, I thought that was really
Wait,
awesome.
but couldn't you throw knives at him after he falls? Because he'll just sit stationary.
No, he doesn't. He walks further, but I'm too far away to target him.
Yep, felt like I just had to show you that, guys.
Well, and then
But that was
he
amazing.
teleports away too. So I'm gonna kill you, Leto. I have not killed Leto that many times.
Dude, he's strong.
He is strong.
It's funny, he's literally one-handing that hammer sometimes. That's such a huge
He's a big
hammer.
boy.
He's a strong man. Oh boy.
Dang, he almost got that.
Got to the backstab with a hammer.
No, let me
Oh.
fucking move.
No, he's just gonna.
That
Damn it.
stagger is so powerful.
He's just gonna front stab you.
He doesn't even stab me. He
Hit you with the
fucking
brain
brains me.
stick.
Just touches you really hard with a big old boy.
How many more videos did you guys have?
3 more after
We
this
got
one.
this one. Yeah, we have 3 Pikmins after this. It's okay, Connor. What? You're gonna be okay.
So you have roughly another 2.5 hours.
Yeah. 2.5? 2
Roughly.
hours. 2 hours 15.
2:45. No.
No, you only
I
have
know.
15 until this one.
I know.
Silly goose. Silly goofy. Goose.
Roughly.
Oh right, Connor. There's I have like a birthday party apparently to go to at 11 o'clock tomorrow in the morning. But I'll only be there for maybe like an hour and a half at most. So you guys can just hang out here or come with me, whichever. And then I'll be back and we can hang out first. Unless you decide that's too long and you have to. So.
Yeah,
Totally
I don't
okay.
think I'm gonna go to the birthday party.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to. I'm just
Has
saying.
Thomas mentioned the new rules he made up?
Which
from
ones?
Magic?
Oh right, we tried really funny stuff last time we played. When Brady and I played, it was really fun. It was literally, it's tedious as fuck, but
It scratches that gambler's itch.
it's true enough. But basically, everything that happens in the game is decided by a dice roll, basically. So basically, so what it was is like, oh, your turn starts. Do you draw a card? It's a 50-50 chance you do or you don't, right? So a lot of times we would go like whole 5 turns without drawing a
anything.
single card.
Fucking, I drew 3 times in a game I beat Thomas.
Yeah, exactly. And so you either do you draw a card? Okay, do or not, whatever. You pay the mana to play a card. Now does that card resolve or not? And if it doesn't resolve, it just goes to the graveyard. Dude, I played my goblin deck and the first time we played, I played 6 cards and they all just went to the graveyard and nothing happened.
Yeah.
And then if you activate an ability on your any of your cards,
Yeah, and so if you tap a soul ring for mana,
So
does it work?
everything is a 50-50 chance.
yeah, everything's
Every action you
Yeah,
take,
Except
is
for
50
playing and tapping lands.
yeah, mana
Lands?
regular
Okay.
lands are unaffected by any of
but
those.
literally everything else is.
Yeah, and so oh, you attack. Does this creature deal damage?
Okay, cool. Does the creature you blocked with actually block?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does the creature actually block it at all?
So literally the
Does
only
lifelink
exception is land.
proc?
what?
Literally the only exception is just land.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
that's it.
activated abilities on land still get a dice.
But no,
roll.
just
Yeah.
playing the land.
Yeah, playing
playing
land.
and tapping it for mana.
Yeah, it's regular. But
Yeah.
if like a land has a special ability, on
Like,
it,
oh, you get a life when it comes out. Do I get that life?
yeah, exactly, yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. And,
Or
like,
if you tap 4 and tap it, all creatures get +2/+0.
yeah,
Does it activate?
Oh,
yeah,
that sounds.
does it actually activate?
That sounds horrible.
Yeah,
it was
it
really
was-
funny.
but it,
we
like-
had a good time.
it like nullifies any like
Any
capability of the
real
deck.
advantage. It's all
Yeah.
luck based.
And
Yep.
though, no matter how good your deck is, it like because my
It could
goblins,
just be neutered.
yeah, my goblins weren't doing shit most
Yeah,
of the time. And
freaking,
like,
and my vampires, I only did so well because I had one card not go through to the battlefield.
yeah, exactly.
So he kept drawing,
Well, like,
and I was not drawing, but I was getting all the creatures and he wasn't.
yeah, all my shit was
So-
going to the graveyard, and then I had to cast my commander like 3 or 4 times
Yeah.
before I actually was able to get
Wait,
him.
so the mana cost still goes up
Yep.
though if you can't cast him?
Yep.
Yeah, so if you
Because it technically hits the graveyard.
yeah, so you tapped yeah, because you tapped it and he just he fizzled and you sent him back to the command zone.
Yeah.
And so I had to do it like 3 or 4 times in that game before I actually got him.
Oh
It was
my
very
goodness.
funny.
It was so rough, man.
It was real rough.
Yeah, it was funny.
It
as
was so annoying.
yeah, but do I get it? Oh, and then if you have like a bunch of like,
Triggers.
creature, yeah, a bunch of triggers. It's like when I tapped Krenko, like I tapped Krenko.
Well-
Does his ability happen? Okay, it does. Now I do like all my goblins. Like say I get like 4 goblin tokens, right? Well,
How many of
How
those
many of those-
actually come alive?
yeah, how many of those actually appear on the field? Only one of them. Great. All right.
Nice.
Shit like that where it's like
Dude, that was the thing that I was
It's
really
fucked up.
enjoying.
It's so funny.
That was the thing I was really enjoying today when I was playing
Damn.
when I was playing Sobble. So I was
Yeah.
playing as the orcs, right?
Right.
And I had a unit of trolls. Now the reason that trolls are really good is they have an ability, a trait called regeneration. And regeneration is funny because basically, so each individual troll model has like 4 wounds, right? And if the unit gets hit like 4 times and they don't block it, one of those trolls will die. And then it's like there's 2 trolls in the unit then.
damn.
Basically, the how regeneration works is if any wounds that the unit has taken are replenished at the end of the turn. So if an enemy deals 3 hits, like 3 hits get through, one of the trolls has 1 wound left, but that troll doesn't die, at the end of the turn it goes back to full health. I literally had a troll unit that basically what I had done was I increased the amount of wounds that the troll, like individual trolls had.
Okay.
I also managed to add a couple models, so like there was 5 troll units in the model instead of just 3.
Okay.
And then to top it off, I not only did I because basically whenever a unit gets attacked, they roll for a defense against the enemy. So I had an ability that allowed me to re-roll any failed defense rolls that I made, and I had an ability on them that forced the enemy to re-roll any of the attacks that they made. So all of those things combined meant that the enemy basically never killed a single troll, ever. The
So
only
funny.
way that my trolls were ever in threat, and it wasn't even a threat to their lives, it was basically, they have really poor, leadership, so if they get flanked or something, there's a chance that they'll just, basically, if they don't do well, it doesn't matter if they don't take a lot of wounds, if they just don't do well in combat, the enemy technically does better,
Right.
they can make them run away. And it doesn't mean that the trolls will die. Odds are the trolls will just live no matter what, but the enemy could theoretically chase them off the battlefield and just
Jeez.
make them not useful anymore. But that was the only way that those trolls were ever invalidated whatsoever, was literally just because they got scared and ran away from the fight. Otherwise, those things were immortal, dude. It was so freaking funny.
How silly.
That's one of the best role types ever, is literally just being able to, having a really high defense and then having the ability to re-roll your defense. Friggin'.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
man, I was enjoying playing the orcs so much. Friggin', it was a really good time. One of the mechanics that I tried to abuse the absolute heck out of is flanking. Not I engage you from the front and then I engage you from the side. Because basically what happens is if you it's like a point system, because what happens with most units is when they go and fight head on, right?
Right.
So there's a tally. Both of them start at 0. If one of them gets a charge off, they get 1 point just for charging. If both of them charge each other, then nobody gets a point. So it's called combat resolution. So basically, say that nobody charges, they just go and they fight each other, right? So they start at 0. in the course of the fight, I hit you 3 times and you hit me 0. I have +3 to my combat resolution. You have 0. So what that happens is I take that 3 and I minus it from your leadership, your morale, right? And then I make you roll 2d6. So say I give you a -3 because I hit you 3 times and you didn't do anything to me. And you have 8 leadership. I'm going to -3, so you have 5. I have to roll a 5 or less on 2d6. If I go over, your unit runs away. It breaks.
Damn.
And if you want to rally it, you have to roll that same morale check.
Damn.
Now, the reason that that's freaking funny is if I hit you from the front and the side, it's usually easier to rout you, but you can still run away. If I hit you from the front and the back, or from the side and the side, like if I'm on, like, the opposite directions of you at the same time,
Yeah.
and you break, the unit just entirely dies. Every single model in that unit just wipes. Freaking, the only exception to that rule, I think, is the undead, because when the undead rout, they don't rout, they just lose more models. Whenever their morale, whenever they lose combat resolution, they just roll a 1d3 and just kill that many extra models. Which can be good or bad.
Both.
Well, they have their advantages. Freaking, if you're in the position where it's easy for you to flank your enemy, freaking, they're not that good because, like I said, if you manage to just win the combat resolution and break them, they'll just die. But freaking, if you're not in that position, then just having the extra kills is nice. Freaking, but yeah, it's been a freaking a really good time. I've been really enjoying the orcs a lot. Freaking, I actually literally today just completed all of their stuff for like their unit unlocks, so that was pretty cool. Freaking, I don't know who I want to play next. The vampires are pretty cool because if you pick the necromancer as your first hero unit, she has the ability to resurrect unit models. Like that's her whole shtick is just resurrecting killed units. But the downside is there's like unless you get some of their elite units, their basic infantry and stuff is like pretty crappy. So yeah. Yep. Kill the turtle people.
Kill John.
Is that Artorias' sword?
Yep.
I knew it.
You asked that last time too.
No. Do not say that. Don't say that.
The answer was the same last time.
Is the answer that Artorias was a mid-boss?
You never fought Artorias.
Is a question. I didn't. I watched you fight him though. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
did
but
I
I
not?
fucking mopped the floor with him.
Did I not fight him?
No. Artorias is fought in the first game.
I
as
know.
DLC.
But did I? I thought I played some of that game with you.
I played through it, and for the channel, we took turns for a little while, but then you guys stopped because it got too hard for you to keep up, basically.
Interesting.
Which one?
The first one. Or the first one.
Oh yeah, you did.
There's only one boss we didn't fight in DS1 as well.
There he is.
That's because I forgot to go over to him.
There he is. Which one was it?
Why?
It was the dragon, whatever his name is.
You gonna fight Madir?
Yeah, I'm gonna fight him. I don't know if I'm gonna kill him.
You're gonna give yourself like an allotted number of attempts.
Yeah, something like that. I'll give myself like
15 attempts.
an episode, half an episode or something. Because some attempts are just stupid. We just get fucking laser beam.
Yeah, he's a monster. Gosh.
God, will you put your shield down for half a second, bro?
He doesn't even take any damage when you do that.
Because he was blocking.
Does that electricity on his axe ever go away?
No.
And these guys were literally designed to kill dragons?
No.
No?
This is a corrupted suit of armor that's being possessed by the void. Not the void, the abyss.
There's not even a person in there?
No.
How effective do you think this armor would be at killing dragons?
Barely. Oh shit.
Yeah.
We traded, but it was not worth it.
Did you even hit him? I
Yeah.
didn't see him take damage.
Because I don't deal that much damage.
Wait, so since he's corrupt, does that mean your sword's doing more damage?
It deals double damage.
Dang, really?
Yep.
That means that the normal damage would be absolutely pathetic against him.
No.
I remember fighting this guy, and I did kill him. Oof.
Yeah, but he's a boss from the base game.
Would this guy technically be a member of the Silver Knights?
Maybe.
No.
Why not?
He's like a distorted reflection of Ornstein.
Oh, that's weird.
I've spent this whole episode just fighting difficult enemies. I guess that's just sort of the DLC, though.
Can those little guys attack
Yeah,
you?
sounds weird.
Yeah, they can.
How dangerous are they?
Not
Very.
I think they give like 10 souls.
Very.
Do they actively go after you? Oh my gosh.
I wanted to check. Oh, 648. But I also
Whoa.
have the Shield of Want equipped and the
I think-
+3 Silver Serpent.
Yeah, but that just gives percentages.
Yeah.
So they
Friggin'
probably
the
give you at
+3
least,
Silver
like-
Serpent ring gives you like 50% more souls or something like that.
So they give you like maybe 200.
Maybe.
I don't know what the Shield of
I would
Want.
have to take both of them off to see.
I don't know what the Shield of Want does.
It increases soul
Oh
gathering.
no,
as
that's
well.
not what I meant. I meant I don't know like what it gives.
I think it goes up depending on
Just a couple of dead.
how
dudes.
good the shield is. Like how much you've upgraded the shield.
How the heck is that guy even here?
Magic. Listen, Dark Eater Midir is called that because he consumes
Oh,
the abyss.
is this guy literally here to contain him or what?
No, this is an abyss creature. Dark Eater Midir eats the abyss to help try and keep it in check.
So and he got corrupted from Amber Girl.
Yeah, because he's been consuming the abyss for most of his life.
Friggin', is he still doing it?
No, he's dead. This is the past.
Oh, so how did he die?
We kill him.
Oh, okay. So
Canonically.
that's what actually does kill him. Okay.
Yep.
What do you think would have happened if he kept? Do you think he turned into a crystal at some point?
No.
No. What do you think would happen if he kept eating it? Do you think there'd be a point where he just stopped because he's like too corrupted by it?
Well, he's possessed by the abyss.
Oh, so he's
And
not.
so he's not even Dark Eater Midir anymore. He's the abyss.
So he's not eating it anymore.
No.
Okay. So where's the abyss all going then?
It's just sort of hanging out. This is also technically part of the abyss. This swarm.
Is the abyss malevolent?
Yes.
I say I'd assume it would be, but like it's actively evil, or it just does the like it's not intelligent, is it, or is it?
I don't think it's intelligent. It just
So it's just a force of nature, basically.
yeah. At this point,
Yeah.
it was originally the Dark Soul, which all humans have,
Oh gosh, but Gwen kind of screwed that up, didn't he?
because of the place that we're at right now.
Yeah.
We actually fought Manus, the furtive pygmy who got the Dark Soul.
So what do you think would have happened to Gwen if the Age of Fire had ended?
Nothing. He would have been fine. He probably wouldn't be a God King anymore, but he'd be alive.
So it was literally just he didn't want to lose power. There
Yep.
wasn't like any kind of like overarching like other reason.
Literally just afraid to lose his seat of power.
Because like what would he become?
He'd still be a god.
Yeah.
He'd still be a dude. He might still even be a king.
But what would he lose per se?
Subjects?
Like he would lose some power?
Subjects. Literally the people he rules over, like the majority of them.
Oh.
Humans.
So he'd lose like he'd almost lose like his kingdom.
No, because his kingdom is on Orlando. He just happens to rule over the nearby humans as well.
Okay.
And the Honorlandians are all gods. They're not human. So Ornstein, Smal, the Silver Knights, all of them aren't human.
So why does he care about humans?
I don't know. Because he's a coward. He believes... I think he believed the humans would rise up against him. And,
Oh, he thought he'd get killed?
Yeah. But that's just not something that would have happened.
Was there any reason for them to do that beforehand?
No. No. He was a pretty good ruler. I mean, but then he fucked up the world, and then he should have been marched on. But nobody could march on him because nobody was strong enough, so it doesn't matter.
Because he literally stole the ability for them to get that strength. What
No.
do you think would have happened if the Dark Soul had come in? Like at the age of...
Friggin'
What the frick is it?
The Age of Dark.
Yeah.
Age
Like,
of Ultron.
nothing really. The Dark Soul is humanity. And so, it would just be
Humanity's
humans
time.
ruling over themselves, mostly.
Is it like a cycle? Would the Age of Fire have come back eventually?
Maybe.
So we don't know what comes after the Age of Dark.
No, and we never will either.
Interesting. Wait, do we know what came before the Age of Fire?
The Age of, like,
Because it wasn't the Age of Dark, but there wasn't any kind of
What
main
is it?
soul that was in effect.
the Everlasting Age. That's what it was.
The Age of the Dragon.
No, the Everlasting Ages. Because of the everlasting arch trees and the everlasting dragons and all of them.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally nothing changed. Nothing.
It was
It was
same
perpetual
forever.
forever. Yeah.
Friggin', are these guys abyssal creatures technically too?
No.
What are they? Are they people?
These are humans.
Dang.
You can tell by that dark soul burning the hole in their armor.
I genuinely wonder, like, how easily one of these guys would kill Silver Knight. I'd like to think fairly easy. Now, Black Knight, I'm not sure, because they freaking... I imagine they would be resistant to fire.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Freaking. I killed loads of Black Knights with fire. Okay.
They're so cool.
Oh, Connor.
Yeah.
There's this card that's coming out in the new set, and it's really funny because you know, Murder. It's basically it's just better than that.
It's
than that
fucked
two
up
drop
Murder.
No, but it's the same mana cost, but it's 1 black instead of 2, and it's
That's a strange way.
yeah, but it gets
It's a
around.
Final Fantasy
It gets
thing.
around indestructible as well.
Yeah.
When Murder doesn't,
Yeah.
so it's like Murder, but
It's
just
not a
better.
destroy, it's just the creature dies.
Yeah, the creature's
Yep.
just dead. No matter
Yeah.
what, the creature passes.
Ah,
Unless you can counter the spell or give it hexproof, whatever.
Yeah.
All that regular shit.
There are other cards that will ignore that kind of thing too.
Yeah,
Like-
but it gets
wait,
around
they're
and just.
counters?
Well, you can no, you. I mean,
No, it's just still end of turn.
Yeah, but you can counter it. Like regular blue shit.
Yeah.
But,
with,
like-
counter spell.
Yeah, but like
It's too close.
it just is better than Murder in like every way
Yeah.
because it gets around indestructible, which is something Murder doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
and you only have 1 black requirement instead of 2, which is a lot
Ooh.
easier.
Where's that on?
Because I got freaking tiny towers over there, freaking busting ass with a freaking auto clicker,
Oh my gosh, Thomas.
and so now I've got 72 floors.
Why do you even care?
Because it's funny. So there's a parachute
what are you
guy.
even doing?
So there's a parachute guy that falls, right?
Okay.
And so normally with all my towers, right now I'm producing 1,500 coins a minute. Okay? The parachute guy falls like once every like 20 to 30 seconds. And every time I get him, he gives me at least between like 15 and like 25,000 coins. And so he way like by like 20 times outproduces me like just waiting on my tower money. And so I just spam collect him every time he falls immediately at the top so I can reset his fall time. And so as he falls, I get money. Now, not every time he gives me money. Sometimes he gives me bucks, but bucks are really useful as well. And so like he gives me just money, 17,000 coins, just like that. It would have taken me like how many minutes
Is
would
it
that
just
take?
forcing
like 10
the
minutes.
app to close and then reopening it over and over again?
It's
No.
entering menus and stuff.
Yeah, see the only reason I have to have it like this is because if you click anywhere on this screen above the tower, it opens up it opens up this menu. You saw that menu right there? It opens that one up. And so when it opens that, I have to close it, and then I have to exit out of it by pushing down here, and then it goes back to the thing.
I feel like this.
But it's a whole freaking process.
I feel like this is like more advanced than anything you ever did with Clash of Clans.
Oh, well, I can't do this with Clash of Clans.
Yeah, you can't automate Clash of Clans.
Yeah, it's too annoying.
Yeah, but this is the first time I've seen you automate anything.
Oh, but I've automated a lot of other clicker guns.
Cookie clicker.
Cookie Clicker, I automated the shit out
I'm
of
sure
Cookie
every
Cookie clicker was fucked up. What you did to it.
Yeah, I went fucking ham on that one.
I'm sure every person is, or a lot of people have automated Cookie Clicker.
Yeah, and then also, so like the reason
Oh,
that this
gosh.
one over here is on the side
Oh gosh.
is because there's another like balloon guy that floats up, and he's like an ad. And if I click on him, then I have this forward right here that'll click on the cancel his ability, and then I have the 7 here swipes the screen because every like 2 or 3 minutes my phone like goes into like this like weird hibernation mode, and I have to like drag from the middle out in order to get out of it. And so the 7 drags and opens back up the game. So it's like a whole thing. So I just let it sit here for like hours,
Oh no.
and I just earn a shit ton of money.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Getting fucking cooked over
He's
here.
getting invaded by the moaning knight.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's gonna be doing some moaning.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, spaghetti. Oh, it's that guy.
Dude, he swings fast.
That's the
bonked me.
freaking, that's the keeper of that
He's
lady.
a Morn Knight.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's also not morning.
Oh, what
It-
the fuck? The
It
skeleton's
literally
not gonna attack
says
him?
moaning knight.
A Morn Knight.
No, no.
Morne.
No, there's not an R in his name.
Morn Knight. It's the type of knight that he is.
I know, but
his name is the Moaning Knight.
I know, that's
he
what I'm
is
saying.
a Morn Knight.
I know, I'm just saying he's the moaning knight. I don't know why he's called that. That's a cruel thing to do to him.
It's really funny.
That dude's got his tweet branches.
Ah,
Bonk.
shit.
Oh
Yup.
no.
I thought he was gonna swing again.
Bonk. But should have dual wielded. He would have killed you faster.
He did do during a lot of that actually.
The only times I saw him hit you was when he was one-handed. It's a simple gem for a simple guy.
Yeah, simple adds the magic effect without the scaling.
No intelligence. Oh, can he? He cannot.
I actually don't fucking know. It's been a while. I know I can't make that jump.
I have my dinner.
Do it.
Do it. I'm hungry.
Hello, Patches.
Hi, Patches.
We haven't seen you in forever.
You're a mom. We just saw him.
It's Unbreakable Patches. No, we saw Lap earlier.
Oh, he knows who he is now?
Yeah.
He's just playing. Not for long.
He's gonna push me.
Yeah, he is.
Patches!
Patches! Damn you, Patches! You monster!
I like the fact that this is actually Patches as well. The
Yeah.
same
Well, he
fucking guy from the
remembers.
first game.
Yeah, he recognizes. It just is really sad. It's really sad because Patches always moralizes at you and kicks you into terrible spots, and he does that for everybody. And it's just like, even when you do right by him, Patches is always kind of a dick.
Mm-hmm.
The only time that he wasn't really a dick was in Elden Ring, and he was still a dick to you.
He's
You
a
just-
cool guy
You had to whoop his butt.
Yeah. He's a cool guy to Grey Rat.
Yeah, he was. He was. He was. He actually saves Grey Rat.
Yep.
Freaking, if you do it right. Heck, you don't even run into him again, do you?
No, but we can summon him for a fight.
Yeah, for the demon fight. The demon
No,
princess.
not the Demon Prince fight.
You summoned
Another
Lap.
fight. Yeah, I'm talking about Patches, buddy.
Okay. Which fight
We
is
can
that?
summon Patches for the Half-Life fight.
For the what?
Half-Life.
Which one is that?
It's the one right before the end of the game, or the end of the DLC. It's the boss literally right before the
Slave
fight
Night
with Slave Knight Gale, yeah.
I don't know which boss this is.
It's Half-Life. You'll see. It's one of the most annoying, frustrating, bullshit-ass bosses ever.
Why?
Oh, you know, just the fact that it's just another player.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They just summon a dude in?
Half-Life's also,
Is it a mimic?
hey,
It is a mimic. Does a mimic avoid
Goddamn.
future?
no.
Could be.
Wait,
So
do they summon in a avatar of a player?
No, an actual player. It's also a Covenant.
Oh, so that and you have to do that?
No, you can have an item. You have to have an item equipped that like signs you up for being summoned. But it's super fucking annoying, and I hate it.
Forget.
So
Is there any way for a player to avoid it?
yeah, just turn online off.
Oh, so you don't have to do that fight.
No, you fight an avatar of Half-Life or whatever.
So if you're doing offline, that's what you fight. But if you're doing online, it will summon a person to kill you. It just does it automatically. There's no way to avoid it.
Yeah, it's like the Looking Glass Knight.
Dang. That's,
Well-
I guess that's where the whole term "get good" goes in.
The Looking Glass Knight
Yeah,
has a fucking badass shield that can summon people.
interesting. See, that was the funny thing about
Shit.
PvP in Elden Ring is I wasn't atrocious, but I was not good. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't a competitive person, but like if I managed to get my pace going, I wasn't terrible, and some of my moves actually were like would catch people off guard, like because I would use freaking Godfrey's axe. His whole thing is his war cry where it raises it up and he stomps, and freaking people would run up and they'd hit me once or twice, and then they take a decent chunk of my health off. But then I would slam the ground and it would throw them in the air and deal a huge amount of damage, and it would give me time to set up a big power attack the second they got up. So like I had my moments where I'd kill people.
Yeah. PvP is inherently difficult with these games as well because they're not optimized very well.
Well, again, I'm not a sweat. Freaking, I don't. Like I said,
Well,
I don't
that's
go
the
out of my
thing
way
is
to.
the input lag is sometimes insane.
Yeah.
Like you'll straight up hit a guy, his character will fly back, and like the
It's all
whole
off-
animation and everything will happen. No damage.
It's all off the ping. It's
Exactly.
really what it is.
And it's super annoying.
Freaking.
So.
But I never invaded people. But like, well, no, I did. But I only did that specifically so I could get access to the best grinding spot that you can.
I'm
But
gonna
most
go
of the-
spend my souls really quick.
But most of the time, I would just let them kill me because I'm like, I'm not here to ruin your time. So just, and some people were actually pretty cool. Like some people would just run up and kill me instantly. There's no like emoting. They just like murder on my mind immediately. But some people were like really cool about it, and some people would just straight up like actually want to fight me. Like, all right, yeah, let's go, let's do this. There was one time I fought a dude, and I know that he had probably at least beaten the game once and New Game Plus, maybe even a couple times, because he had the full set of the Tree Sentinel armor and the Tree Sentinel war gear, which means he probably did a completionist run to get a lot of the gear in the game, because in order to get that, it requires you to destroy these specific chariots in a dungeon, and the only way I know of to do that is there's a specific item you need, and you need to go and proc it, and it basically raises one of the pillars in the dungeon, and all 3 chariots just blow up.
Yeah.
And then you get access to their gear. And so I fought him, and I was at a disadvantage because I had half the healing items he did because I was an invader, and we would trade, so we would go in and try and beat on each other, and then both of us would fall back either to buff, to cast spells, or to heal. And I got down to I drank my last Estus, and I'm like, okay, I had like 5 or 6 Estus, and he has all of his. So he probably has all of his Estus, right? Like the max amount. Because of how, oh, it's Midir!
Yeah, it's Medivh.
Run for your lives! I'm honestly surprised he breathes normal fire.
Well, he was a dragon, but
Well, I would have figured it would take on like void traits or something.
it kind of does. It's like black or fire.
Freaking.
In
You
the
knock him down.
yeah,
How many
you have
hits?
to be able to fight him.
How many hits does it take?
I have to empty that health bar.
Oh gosh.
Maybe it's halfway.
Oh gosh. Oh dear.
Jesus Christ! Don't fall off.
Fall right into his boss arena. Oh, he's gonna spit fire directly at the ground, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad. But yeah, freaking. Oh, it's the laser, the death laser. Man, he's taking double damage from this.
Yep.
And you've maxed this weapon out.
Yep.
Is your scaling good?
Yep.
What level are you?
Well, very.
Very high or very low? Pretty high.
I have 40 dex and strength.
I feel like I was doing more damage when I came, or when I did this. Oh gosh.
I
But-
could use power with it.
But yeah, it was pretty fun. We freaking duked it out, and literally, I didn't realize it, but he also had like one Estus, like he had drank his last Estus. So I'm like, okay, I've got 30% of my health bar. I've got no heals left. It's all or nothing, and I just went balls to the walls, just super aggressive, and I freaking killed him. Because that was the advantage I had, was he was doing like a spear and shield, and freaking
God.
he's just raging. And
He's a crackle.
that was the advantage I had, was I had my power attacks at a huge amount of stagger. So freaking, I just kept staggering him and then managed to kill him. He's gonna fall now. Oh. Wait, will he just get up if you don't attack him?
Probably.
Goodbye, my dear. It's sad that he doesn't have any damage on him when you go down there.
He probably technically does.
His health bar is...
His health bar
technically-
probably isn't as big as it normally would be.
So he'll just be up here forever until you freaking...
Knock him down.
Interesting. Wait, couldn't you just run into this room and shoot him from the doorway?
Oh, probably. But fucking why waste ammo and souls on ammo when I could just beat him?
I don't know.
Beat him
That's
up?
a question.
Fucking use a stick to beat him off.
If by stick you mean probably one of the greatest swords in existence, then yes.
No, not
Artorias,
one of the greatest swords in existence.
his sword isn't,
It's forgotten by time at this point.
but it doesn't change how great it is. Are you saying it's not that good? Because if it's not, then why the heck are you using it?
Because all of these creatures are abyss dudes.
And you have no better ones?
I have some other ones. They're just not like they're close, but not quite as good as their predecessor.
You're gonna get, you killed a dragon. You basically beat up a dragon right now. And you're about to get killed by a bunch of smucks and ropes.
Yeah, because they have fucking ranged attacks.
He did too. He breathed fire and lasers.
Oh, he's got lightning. Braden, you want to get a pizza after this?
Sure.
We'll go get it from Danvers. I have a free pizza
How'd you get a free pizza?
from buying enough. They're stupid pizzas.
Oh, I wouldn't think you would buy Domino's that often.
They will deliver out here though, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to pay for delivery.
That's fair.
So
I don't mind paying for delivery, but that's because I live way out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and then I have to carry the thing all the way home.
lazy as fuck is what you sound like.
It fucking sucks ass. You can suck my dick, dude.
Lazy bitch.
Friggin' the only reason I didn't have an issue with it with you was because we would ride together.
Lazy bitch.
So
Carry on. We're gonna dine in. No.
I want to make sure I have all of my fucking stuff. I think I did.
Yes.
You look my new Fitbit.
Oh, is it keeping you fit?
I
Just a little bit?
almost done 8,000 steps.
Just a bit?
That's not a lot.
8,000 steppies. So is it just like, what else does it do?
I can hold on.
Play your music?
I can track stuff
That's not a Fitbit. That's a smartwatch.
and my activity,
Oh,
my calories.
You wear it while you
quote-
sleep too?
I can do that because it tells me like how good I'm sleeping and stuff.
Yeah.
And then technically I have Alexa on here, but I haven't signed up anything, and I don't intend to because I don't want to use it.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. Thank you. I can call people. I can like talk through this to
Damn.
people and like look at my contacts. There's an app for the Fitbit specifically, so I can like click on my.
I like smartwatches because then I can connect my phone to them and then control my music and stuff.
What two toppings do you
Oh, I can do that with YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
Friggin', I can do that with YouTube, so I can like play videos and stuff, or I can change the videos.
Yep.
Friggin'. But yeah, there's like if you want to get more involved,
It's on the app, yeah.
yeah, you can go in the app. Like you get little coins and stuff for doing stuff, and you can go and buy stuff. Like I bought this little mountain
Nice, dude.
background, just with the coins I got from
Just for
like
silly.
literally. Well, I like the look of it. There's like a female trainer that you can also like get instead of like whoever the frick this guy is. But
Bill Burr.
Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, the cancel guy.
Answer that.
Bill. My aunt had the biggest crush on Bill Nye when she was younger.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's funny.
But to be fair,
I don't want to share that.
have you seen him?
Oh yeah,
You
definitely.
know what I mean?
I have.
Definitely.
Body fat scale. Oh, I don't have. Oh yeah, you can also like connect this to like other devices in the same category that you have. So like if they have the scales and whatnot, you can also connect it to this.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
It was. I was correct. Suck my dick.
Get touched. By a big burly boy.
Ed-
This one.
Amber.
This sucks ass.
What?
Bad game.
What's your beef, bro?
Nothing. I just forgot where fucking Midir's fucking shitty boss fight is.
Oh boy. You got like enough time for like one attempt.
I'm probably honestly not gonna attempt it all right now.
Wait, didn't that lady freaking ask you to kill him?
Yeah, and I can summon her right here.
How if she dies, does she die for forever?
No. Because that's not how that works. I'm summoning a different, like, universe's version of her.
So if she dies in a different universe.
No, because she's probably hollow.
Interesting.
Or not hollow. Well, she probably has... She's probably an undead.
Interesting.
Like we are. So. That's why dying in somebody else's universe just kicks you back to your own.
She was friends with the giant dragon.
Yep. It was essentially Filianor's pet.
Oof. And he literally just
Yeah.
exists. Oh, it's Gwen. And
Look
who
at
the,
the
frick,
Chloranthy ring.
who the frick is that guy?
That's a furtive pygmy. That is just humanity.
Gwen is like, yeah, check this out. This is my, your crown is my crown now, nerd.
Nerd.
Hello?
Is it me you're looking for? Look at that guy.
Yeah,
That
this
guy
guy's
is not a mini boss. I don't know who he is.
That's a mid boss for sure.
Look at it.
No.
Looks like he's
Nice.
walking in like a baller. I'm a freaking star.
Oh, damn, he missed you.
Yeah,
So
he was too tall. It was because
You
he was
like
on the
literally
stairs.
went right between both the blades. That dude looks like the
Oh.
kind of guy that would kill a dragon. I wonder how many Hollow Knights it would take to freaking kill
fuck.
a dragon.
God damn.
To kill Midir. Not freaking Hollow Knights, Ring Knights.
Okay, I'm like, Hollow Knight's a lot, buddy. Like
Dang.
24 billion colonies of ants worths of Hollow Knights.
That's not what I meant.
I know, but like, what you said. Oh.
Offer what?
Filianor Spear Ornament. It's the Covenant item.
Oh. Do you get it by killing people?
Yeah, as Half-Light.
Oh, dang. That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, is this where that fight is?
Yeah.
Oh, are you gonna do it?
Yeah.
Alright. Get him. Are you online? Oh. What's the fun in that?
I want to be able to beat this boss sometimes.
You don't have any confidence. You know what's funny? I see you can cast magic. I've never seen you cast power within once.
This is because I don't need it that much. Power Within slowly eats away at your health, too.
Who just told you to run away?
I don't know.
Was it the
Half-Light.
priest lady?
It was probably Half-Light.
Hey,
Hey, Patches!
Patch. Wait, can you summon Patches to help you beat up with this random person?
Yeah, probably.
I actually can't cast Power Within right
Oh
now.
gosh, what the heck?
That's not Half-Light.
It's giant.
That's a summoner. Not
Just gotta
Half-Light.
go. Why isn't he summoning somebody? Is he also a void person?
No, I don't think so. But the majority of the enemies in this area are. So.
And that's not the main enemy right there?
No, that's not Half-Light.
He's so tall.
Oh, so he's doing his dialogue before he comes in to kill you.
No. The guy I'm killing right now is Tommy. But it's not that's not Half-Light. Oh, now he's summoning the Half-Light, Spear of the Church.
So wait, if you kill him before
you can't.
Okay.
She'll just spawn anyways.
Oh, there they are. The freak?
Backstab.
That's a painting guardian.
Nice.
Oh, so not a hard fight at all.
No, this is a painting guardian, not the boss.
Oh.
Well, that's annoying.
I thought they just... Oh. Wait, why are they here then? Hello. Oh my
Jesus
gosh.
Christ.
She's got a freaking katana. Patches, do something.
That's a spell you can get. You get it
They
for joining her
stayed-
covenant.
Stayed there for so long. Looks like the Urge Tree, though. She's not a creature of the void.
No,
Freaking.
But
Don't you have more effective weapons against her?
maybe. Yeah, I don't actually know how much I was dealing before.
Nothing.
Come on, man.
Fucking
Hey,
Oh,
you can't
gosh.
hit her.
Patches, no.
192.
It's a pretty solid bomb.
Biggest.
115.
You attack faster with that thing. To be fair.
My greatsword deals more damage.
Whoa. Whoa. Oh. You got this, kid. I believe in you.
And with my greatsword, I can do shit like this. Bonk!
Biggest pumps.
Stun her.
Patches, do something.
Patches.
Oh, gosh.
How did I not do anything? Let me roll!
Oh, too late.
I was hoping I would be able to beat her.
You might have.
I definitely could have.
Yeah, you had enough time.
Yeah. I was hoping I was going to be able to do it before the end of the episode. We can end it here. It's not a big deal. Next episode, we'll be fighting Midir for like 30 minutes, probably.
30 minutes.
I'm going to give it a good college try for 30 minutes. And if I don't kill him, we move on.
Okay, fair enough. Alright, well, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing.
Definitely go check out our other content.
So next time, peace out.
Bye-bye.